All right. Welcome everyone to our little D&D game. It is a pleasure to have everyone and I hope that I can provide a good DM experience for you. You are in the realm of the Four Fortresses, the furthest north point of which your realm is. The legends are of a dark tower hiding mysterious secrets, and you're all here for one thing: the Wolf Blade. Something of legend that would make kings of all of you. And you are here to do a little bit of treasure hunting. Unfortunately, things aren't as simple as they seem.
All right.
We're going to begin here with Lyra and Borin, who have just come to the entrance of the Bitching Boar, the hedonistic, thrill-seeking abandon which all travelers pass through on this way north. So, Lyra, Borin, it is your turn to go.
Well, with this being the first one, what do we do? Um, I mean, I'd like to order a drink.
There we go.
We can go ahead and drop Nicholas in the bar there. There we go. So Nicholas is already there. We'll call it that. Do you want me to move you, Borin?
Yeah, because for some reason it's not letting me move.
Okay. We'll get that figured out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then probably right behind you. Nothing, just kind of cold for now.
Yeah, I need to. My only concern is grabbing a drink, and then I'll warm up the people a little bit.
Okay, cool. And then Lyra, any actions from you?
I'm thinking, hold on.
I'll let you think. Amos, you are already at the Bitching Boar because your employer told you that you would need to meet him in order to get this whole search started.
That sounds good. So if I'm already there, I'd probably be sitting at a table, drinking a good mead,
I'll
waiting.
put you right over here.
That sounds good. That looks good.
Amos, would you like to take an action? Oh, you did say you wanted some mead.
Yeah, have a drink.
All right. So
How much is the mead anyway? I got 15 gold pieces, so this is get a good pint.
a good mead will run you a silver.
So what is what? 1 gold piece is what?
So 100 coppers is a silver, 100 silvers is a gold.
Oh, so I'll have. Let's see. Let's order 2 pints, and I'll be left with 14 gold, 98 silver.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to make that order in character?
I'd like to have 2 of your finest meads. 2 pints, please.
My goodness, this is gonna be hell, I can tell. All right, well, you've got behind the bar is a bird-like creature and an elvish waitress, and you see the bird go over and grab 2 of the pint glasses off the table, fills them up with the tankard that's right next to him, and then he comes back and gives the tankards to the elf waitress, and he says,
You heard the lad. Go take him his mead.
"Here's your mead, sir."
Thank you, fine serving wench.
She just goes back to where she was quietly.
Now, could I do any kind of check to see if it's worth drinking? I should have ordered one and checked it before ordering two.
Yeah, sure. Give me a Constitution check.
Constitution check. Where is that? There it is.
Oh, this is a pretty good mead. It's not the best, but it's better than the worst that you've had.
Nice. I mean, even a bad meat is still kind of pretty good.
All right. We will move on to is already at the bar. Well, at one of the tables at the very least. Moving on. Dank.
Yeah.
Where would you like to be? Do you want to be over by?
Probably sifting through the crowds, mingling,
Okay.
snatching a little bit of gold where I can.
Why don't we put you? Let's see here, Mr. Ferumbra, right there, right next to Amos, across the table from him.
Across from Amos. You know what? I'm just gonna shrug on by, pickpocket a little gold if I can.
The closest person to you is a rather dreary-looking soldier. He seems to be doing everything he can to drown his worries and sorrows and woes. How did I mess that up? In a tankard.
Yeah.
If you want to pickpocket him, let's
While
take
he's
a little.
distracted with his drink, I'll take
Take a little look-see here. Give me a dexterity.
Dexterity check. Let me pull out the dice. Oh god, I messed up. Dexterity add 4. I'm messing up. Hold up. I messed up.
Take your time.
Okay. I closed my cat wheel. Where's this at? There we go. I'll make this smaller. Okay. Oh goodness. Yeah, this is weird. Okay, I'm just gonna hit the dexterity right there. Okay, 19.
You manage to snag a hearty 2 gold off of this drunken patron. You
Base.
slowly slip it into your own coin purse and
Oh.
return to your seat.
That's a lovely 2 gold.
No one seems to notice, lucky for you.
Damn right.
It's a lot of mid-grade meat.
That is a lot of mid-grade mead.
Too distracted by it, I suppose.
Alright, we'll have Borin and Lyra at the door.
Before I go in, I just want to look around and see what kind of characters are outside the ditching border.
It's a little bit cold out, and it seems like everyone else is largely aware of that because you don't see anyone outside. However, there is a well to your left. Go ahead and ping that. And then there is some sort of temporary tent that's been set up just outside.
Is the tent open or is it sealed up?
It looks closed, but almost ingeniously, it has 2 pieces of wood that are hanging that act as a makeshift door knocker.
Before I go in, I'd like to go check out the tent.
Sure. Go ahead and move you for you.
And just knock on the door.
Knock on the wood. Okay.
Yeah, on the wood.
You don't hear anything.
Do I have enough movement to poke my head in?
You can poke your head in if you want.
I wish to give it a look-see.
All right. You take a quick peek inside of the tent. There's nothing you haven't seen before. This appears to be a traveler's tent. It probably belongs to someone inside of the bar. It doesn't seem to have much in it besides some basic food, laundry, and most interestingly, a couple of bows and arrows.
I'd like to turn around and head back towards the bar and go back in. Now that I know there's nothing there to worry about.
Okay. Lyra and Boren have both entered the establishment, and well, I'm gonna have to bleep that in the YouTube video. Man, I am bad at my own freaking rules. Nicholas is the first person that you see entering the bar.
Is that for Kate?
Yeah, I don't think he has still got the audio video down.
You mean he's partially intoxicated? Okay. Let's see.
No, I got it.
Oh, awesome. So, your employer, Boren, and I'm assuming his hiree or possibly assistant, Lyra, are close behind the door frame after it's closed on the cold winter.
It could be mistress. You don't know.
I don't. If that's the case, I really don't. So, Boren, the man that you employed to be here, the spell wizard who may or may not have a couple of answers for you about the location and whereabouts of the wolf blade, is sitting right in front of you. What do you do?
Does he know what I look like?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I make my way to him and sit down beside him at the table.
Let's see here. Bada boom, bada boom. Cool, cool, cool. You see an elven waitress come out from behind the bar and ask you what you'd like to order. Good evening, everyone. Would you like anything to drink?
Yes, I would like a mead. And Lyra, do you want anything?
Do you have any leaf, perchance?
Give that to me one more time. My audio skipped out.
She asked, do you have any leaf? The smoking variety.
I can check the back. She goes ahead and... Oh, no. Sorry. I moved her the wrong direction. She's going to go ahead and check the, quote, back. You hear a loud click as she seems to disappear.
Note to self, back into it.
All right. Let's see. Rolling it around to... that's going to be Nicholas. It is your turn to talk maybe to your employer and his compatriot about your mission here.
Alrighty. I believe I'm gonna have to be caught up to speed. So we were here in the bitching boar. Boren and Lyra just came and sat down next to me, and a bartender had just came and got her drink with her.
Yep.
And our employer who sent for us to come here is where?
That would be Boren, the dwarf.
Oh, he's our employer. Okay. Alrighty.
Just because I'm a dwarf, you can't work for me?
No, I didn't say that. I just,
Should do a perception check to see if he can read his thoughts to see if he thought it.
If that's what he wants to do, I'll allow it.
No, we'll let this go on. Tell me about this, the item you were looking for.
So, because I know you guys aren't lore hounds, I'll make this as easy as I can. Nicholas explains the legend of the Wolf Blade. It is a sword that has vanquished evil time and time again, and has been the cornerstone of the legacy of the Four Fortresses. Not much else, sadly, is known about the blade itself, but it is rumored to still be somewhere within the realm of the Four Fortresses.
Have you found any idea of where this may be? Or what direction we should head in?
Nicholas, I'm gonna need you to give me a perception check, or actually give me a history check.
alright. Oof. It has literally been, 2 months?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but we'll be on track with the rest of these games.
You have your character
On
sheet
your,
up?
yeah,
Yes,
your
it's
character
been
sheet.
2 months since I last spoke to you. Have you found me anything?
It has been 2 months since I last spoke to you. Where is my sword?
Alright. And you said history.
Yep, give me a history check.
Nice.
So I will bring your attention over to the main map. So, from what you do understand, it can be in Colfort, it can be in Doff, or it can be in Tyr. So that's going to be These are your main locations. These 3 highlighted in green. Those are the most likely places that you'll find the blade. And if you care to explain that to Boren in character.
Yes, of course. So, from my Studious Astounds Academia, I believe it would be in Tyr, to the northwest of our location. I know it's a long journey, but I do believe that might be the most possible location for us to find the blade.
Nicholas, you're a bumbling fool. Can you please just explain what you're trying to say?
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand.
She's calling you an idiot, and to elaborate. And since, again, he probably doesn't have all of the lore bits he needs, I'll go ahead and explain. Tyr is the elven fortress to the far northwest. So I will go ahead and ping that for everyone so that everyone can see it. What you do understand about Tyr is that it has been abandoned, just like all of the other main fortresses defending from Mytos. Unusually, though, it is more ruined than Colfort or Doff. It is completely overgrown with trees, and they are branching out all over the place.
Okay. All right. So one more time. Sorry, guys. I believe the most English. The most likely place for us to be able to find the blade would probably be in Tyr, which is to the northwest, in the Elven Fort.
Do you speak elf?
Do you speak elf?
Shoot.
And I'm already looking at it. No, you do speak celestial. Or no, wait. You speak common, celestial, dwarvish, elvish.
And elfish.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a yes.
Yes. Yes,
Alright,
I do.
good.
Can I overhear this conversation?
Yeah, you can. But you are. Let's see. Currently, where are you? Did I? Oh, I did not bump you in. I don't think. No, you're all the way up here. So, if you decide that you want to hear this, you can go ahead and join their table.
You know what? I shall.
All right, we'll go
And,
ahead and whoop.
I walk up to them and I say, I hear you talking about a relic. May I partake in this?
I would like to roll a perception check. To see what kind of person he is.
Sure.
I can make an insight check for that, Matthew.
Insight?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can both. So Born would make a perception, and then Avon, you can make a. Yeah. You were already on the right track.
I was saying for Boren to make an insight check if he's trying to gather my character just by staring at me.
Oh, yeah. It would probably be closer to insight, wouldn't it?
Okay.
Alright. Let me find the insight real quick.
Would you like me to roll something too?
Not you.
Got it.
If he's the one who's all sus about you, then
He has every right to be.
all right. Let's see. All right. From what you can tell, there are noble features on this man's face, but it isn't clear if it's a disguise or if it's reality.
I guess you can sit with us for a little bit. And what do you bring to the table?
Well, I'm very dexterous. I can sneak around. I even take out like the 2 gold I stole from somebody earlier, just pop it on the table. I can take things when I need them. I can escape quickly. Surely someone as burly as you lacks speed and deftness that I have trained all my life for.
Woo! It's spicy. DM likey. Well, Dank, I think for your initial roleplay, I'm going to give you 1 inspiration. Good job.
Based.
She just pissed on the couch.
I guess, yes, sit down. You may be of some help to us.
I say in Dwarvish, would you like a drink?
Now you're getting on the team.
Yeah.
Are you going to pay for their beverages?
Very much so, with the 2 gold I stole.
With stolen money.
Stolen money.
Well, that's good timing because your waitress returns and she has a box and it is full of elven tobacco. It is premium goods.
Mm.
Just from opening the box, you can smell the rich aroma of elven herbs reaching across the table. And everyone else, except for the drunken man in chainmail, seems to notice. The waitress seems to look at all of you as if she doesn't understand who's paying That'll be one. That'll be 1 gold and 5 silvers.
I give her 2 gold. Keep the change, sweetheart.
She seems to brighten up enormously just from that kind gesture, and she gives you guys. Well, she hands over the box of elven herbs to Lyra, and then goes back to fetch your mead.
Sweet. So what's this about a relic?
Hang on. Wait. Amos can get in on this action too if he wants. If he's here, of course. Alaska. Alaska.
Oh.
Yeah. I think he's figuring out his audio setup.
Sorry, I had my mic muted on the headset and the game. Yeah, I think Amos is gonna get up and walk over to inquire about that lovely tobacco aroma.
All right. There you go.
Damn it, Lyra, I told you that stuff attracts too much attention.
Hmm.
Brian, you're just an old fool. Hush.
Couldn't help but wonder, is that elven tobacco I smell coming from this table?
That it is. Would you like to partake?
Please do. I would. Let me pull out my lighter.
Have a seat, sir.
I welcome it. Thank you.
All right, back to business. So what is your name, sir?
Who are you asking?
Alaska.
Okay.
My name is Amos Ashford, cleric of the Life Mother, searching for purpose, sent out here for some reason. Haven't found it yet. This is just this lovely tobacco.
A cleric is something we could use with our party. Would you like to join us?
Depends what you guys up to. Where you adventuring off to? Maybe I could be of some service.
We're venturing off to
Tier.
We're venturing to Tyr in search of the old relic. We don't. Nothing very important. Just something that someone we know may want.
GM, what do I know about you?
Give me a history check, please.
You got it, boss.
Should I take one of those too? Since I'm wondering what tier is.
Yeah,
9.
go ahead.
9.
Avon, you are too foreign to the area to fully understand. You seem to know that it is an elven fortress by the name alone. Amos, on the other hand, has a pretty comprehensive understanding of at least the recent history of the Fortress of Tyr. From his memory, it seems that Tyr has been completely overrun with plant growth at the point of rumor that it's not natural.
Does Amos voice all this?
Let's see. You want to give that to me again?
I said, does Amos voice all of that, or is he, or is that?
That's up to him. Amos, do you want to tell these people what you know in character?
You guys are traveling to Tyr, one of the 4 fortresses that held back through the dark times. You know it's overrun with some unnatural vegetation, not knowing why, or I guess most of the information I've heard is because no one ever makes it back from there. You sure you want to go there?
I wish to look over at my educated employee and go, how does he know more about this than you?
Nicholas, the ball is in your court.
You know, I whip out my notebook and start taking notes silently.
I suppose the cleric can't be smartest.
All
I
right.
just try to avoid conversation at all costs.
That is a interesting move. Amos, Alaska, for your dedication to roleplay, I'm gonna give you 1 inspiration point.
Amos, would you like to join us? It seems like you may bring more to the table than what we have here now.
What is your specific purpose for going to the fortress, though? I'm curious.
Little sightseeing, a little treasure hunting. Just all in all, a great adventure, and just there's some myths I've heard about, but I want to see if they actually exist.
I'm interested in the treasure.
Can I do an insight check to see if I can sense if it's good intentions or bad? Like if they're going there for mischief and evil, it'll kind of be against my whole clerical thing, you know?
Yeah, let me check your sheet here. I would like a wisdom check from you.
Oh.
It seems to be incredibly gray. You just met these people, and while their intentions seem pure with employment and relatively good promises, as well as sharing some of that lovely elvish herb, it's not clear if it's going to be good or bad, but it is clear that it will be an adventure.
What does the booth taste like?
It's a strong aroma, almost piercing with the way that it smells. Not unpleasant, slightly sweet, sweeter than most tobaccos that you would pick up on the road, and certainly much more alluring.
Shit hurt.
Dank is hitting the dank.
Slow draw, slow draw.
Is that the... Alright, let's see. There's one thing I want to check here really quickly.
If you want to join or not.
Okay. I was thinking that Dank might have the same properties as his previous character in my D&D campaign, so I was going to check his constitution and see if I could make him fucking roll for it, but no, he's good.
Go for it.
No. You're at a 16. You've got a +3 on your constitution, so
Right.
I can't touch that shit.
Okay. Unless any challenge you throw at me, I will overcome it.
So I think I will accept their offer. Just because you're saying it's a gray area, but need to find out some more. So if it is bad, I can just go and see what I can do about it. If it's good, then it's worthy of a cause. But yes, I accept.
When I look at the cleric, is he chill? Does he vibe?
Give me a perception check.
You got it, boss. 15.
From everything you can tell, he's a little bit on the, let's see, the cleric. Are you talking about Amos?
Yes.
Okay. From everything you can tell, he is absolutely on the chill side, but he reeks absolutely of mead. Even though you were sitting across from him, now that you're in this proximity, he smells more like honey than anything else.
I sniff him up and down and say, "What do you have on you, cleric?"
I don't hear what he says. I just see him sniffing him. And I don't know, what the hell is wrong with you, man?
He has something sweet, and I have a sweet tooth after all.
You might be smelling my brewer's supplies, which I never leave home without, as my family is the Ashfords, who are known for honey harvesting and mead brewing.
Avon, I want you to roll me a perception check on what he just said.
Sure. 10.
Okay. You know enough to know that the Ashford name carries monopolistic levels of weight in the meat industry. In fact, the stuff that you guys might be sipping around the table could be Ashford.
Do any of the rest of us know this, or do we all need to roll?
Yeah, Lyra, Nicholas, Boren, give me rolls for that.
History as well?
Perception.
Bruh, my pozole is ready.
Boren, you understand the weight of the Ashford name. Nicholas, you're acutely aware that he has fuck off money if he needs it.
Sheesh.
And Lyra, you are also relatively aware that the Ashford name is a very powerful and very economically influential name indeed.
Does he have any meat on him right now, visibly?
No.
Damn,
Technically, yes, because we're in a bar.
that true. But I
Well,
mean, some of his own is what I meant.
No, I just have half a pint of the 2 that I ordered earlier left.
If any of you want to give me, let's see, what kind of check would that be? Like taste testing? What the fuck? We'll let's
Probably do
see.
perception.
Perception. I'm gonna say insight because you'd have to have some form of insight in order to understand like meat as a deeper like connoisseur level. Okay, so Lyra cannot tell if this is meat or beer. Boren is, I guess,
Alcohol.
he's just in it for the alcohol, right?
Just damn happy to be here.
Avon, who, backstory reasons, does know the subtle taste and differences between regular drinking meads, fine meads, lesser meads, and homebrew meads. It doesn't seem like any of these match the Ashford brand.
Hmm. Interesting.
Speaking of which, the waitress does come back, and now you all have a fresh pint of mead.
Hey,
Here you go, gentlemen. Enjoy.
thank you, dear.
She returns back.
Thank you.
I wish to look around at everyone and tell them to slow down with your meat and with your tobacco. We have a very important trip ahead of us. We must do not get too intoxicated.
I slam down my meat cup and say, "And who are you to decide what I do with myself?"
Are you not wanting some gold?
True, but I could get gold anywhere I want, really. You don't even know my name.
That is true, stranger. Would you like to tell us?
Sure. I take a little knife from my pocket and I start dancing with it a little bit. I say, with the tip of it balancing on my finger, I say, "They call me Gerald." And I flip the knife one more time and let it fly back into my sheath.
I'm
Pleasure
gonna
is,
need a dexterity.
pleasure is mine. Dexterity check.
Yes, please.
You got it, boss. That is a 3. I don't like that.
While it does land cleanly in your sheath, it does accidentally pierce you in the thigh. You manage to keep your composure, but you are going to take 1 damage for it.
You know what? I'll take it.
So, Gerald, you claim to know all this information about where we're going, but you can't even handle a dagger?
Shots fired. I like it. All right. Unfortunately, your conversation has been going on for a little while, and you're beginning to all notice that there are some people who are beginning to notice. They are, well, they're just, well, by the map, they're to the top left of you.
Are they listening in on us?
They could be. Would you like to make a perception check?
I'd love to. Where is it? Yes. 16.
You can tell just by looking at these people that they have been sitting here and drinking for quite a little while. It's actually by the cats in the establishment that you know this, because the cats have warmed up two complete strangers.
Mhm.
One of them is a dwarf with a notably large blue tattoo on his head, and the other one looks like a forest ranger, the kind of person who would go out into the field with a bow and arrow.
Mhm.
They are listening, but you can't tell how deep in that conversation they've listened in because neither of them are looking at the table. They seem to be staring at the wall.
Mhm.
What time of day is this?
It's about evening-ish. A good time to have a fire on. It would be dark outside.
So, what's our objective?
I have a
Well,
question.
do you want to stay here tonight? Do you want to stay in town tonight, or do you wish to go start our trip?
Is that cat alive? I've been wondering. I should have had a check earlier. Or is it like? I assume it's sleeping by the fire.
Yeah, the cat is alive. It is just sleeping by the fire. There is another cat actually that is sitting on the bar.
Our GM loves cats. What can I say?
So, do you all wish to stay here for the evening, or do we go ahead and proceed?
I haven't been that far out. I don't know how dangerous it might be at night. Maybe we could stay here.
I wish to call over the waitress and ask if there's any rooms available around.
All right, you hail the waitress. You want to do that in character? I'm gonna keep on asking you people to do that.
I'm gonna go pet
I
a
like
kitty.
to be in character, you twit.
All right, she comes over. She's standing right next to you. What is it, Master Dwarf?
Is there any rooms available? Or is there somewhere nearby we may rent a room for the evening?
Rent a room? No,
Well,
we don't
I-
have anything like that at this establishment. Most people bring their own tents and whatnot.
Very well. Is there anywhere? Where's the nearest inn?
There aren't any inns north of here. You'll have to make do. Although we do have some tents and some poles, other survival equipment available.
Yeah, there anywhere a camping gear?
Yeah, so she's basically offering like some basic camping gear, some food rations, supplies, stuff like that.
How much would you be willing to sell these items for?
She doesn't seem to know off the top of her head, so she goes back to the bird-like creature behind the bar and begins to converse with him.
What the hell? Birds talking.
At that moment, you suddenly see the bird hop up on the bar, looking directly at you and your table, and he addresses you as such.
Ah! That is a bad idea! Bad idea! Do you know how many people die up north? We will not sell you any camping supplies. I forbid it! Ah!
I like it.
I
So,
mean, can we like steal them now?
I don't know, shit. You might have to. This is D&D. Use your goddamn imagination.
well,
Okay, well,
I
He
just want
hops.
to stand. I just want to stand up and tell them, why was it offered to me?
It was offered to you because you asked! Ah!
I like this bird.
I am going to eat bird tonight.
Good God.
Gerald, you seem to be a thief of sorts. Do you think you could procure us some of the camping equipment?
I'm gonna need a distraction.
I stand up and walk over to the ranger. I'd like to address him and tell him it seems that you've been snooping in on our conversation. You find I don't believe that anything we've said has been any of your business.
He seems to be a little bit apathetic to your disposition, um, but he does at least address you, but he does not turn to look at you. He is eyes deep in his tankard. And what would you have me do, Master Dwarf? You and your
Oh.
boisterous ways, we can practically hear everything you say, you lug of a short. That herb is terrible.
I wish to grab him by the scruff of his collar and snatch him around and face me and tell him you will look nobility in the eye.
I want you to give me an intimidation check for that, my friend.
Yo.
Woo! Man,
He
this
stands
is
up, he's 6'6".
you pull him up by the collar and it raises him slightly off of his seat. He seems a little bit offended, but he isn't violent just yet. He stands up to a incredible 6'8" and looks down at you with all of the ire of someone who has seen enough shit and dealt with enough shit not to put up with anyone's shit. He looks down at you. I didn't know that they made royalty as short as that.
Jeez.
I wish to reach out and grab him by the family jewels.
I mean, you're in the vicinity. Are you doing it with the intent to harm?
I am.
All right.
If he's gonna roll any kind of check, what's the range on guidance? Because I can cast that.
I think that's touch.
Guidance?
I think that's touch.
I wish to reach out and grab him by the family jewels and say, all jewels in this kingdom come from my kingdom. And snatch down on them.
Yeah. I take my leave to steal the camping stuff. I go into stealth.
Okay, you touch.
Yeah, it is touch.
So yeah, guidance is you touch one willing creature, and right now the ranger in that Bourne is interfacing with is probably not willing.
No, I was gonna cast it on Bourne, but he's all
Oh.
the way over there, so I can kind of help him with his saving throw there. Oh wait, no, that's saving throws, isn't it?
I think guidance is any like
To one ability check of its choice. Okay.
Okay, so then Boren, I'm gonna need an initiative roll from you.
Oh, it just got real.
Oh, sorry. Only the first one.
The first. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So you have total initiative. If you want to just try to incapacitate him, you can.
Yes, that would be the, well, not really incapacitating, but I want to bring him to his knees.
All right, you want to bring him to his knees. You have the ability to do that. I'm gonna roll against it. Against your. Let's see here. I'm gonna do it against your strength. So let's see. Cha cha cha. All right. So I'm gonna need a direct 12 or higher. I got a 20. You do not manage to suppress him. He does seem a little bit shook though, so he's actually going to take 1 health here. There we go. All right. So you have done 1 damage to him, but he is now going to fight back. So let's see. That's going to be plus. You see him reach into his belt, and he draws a dirk from his belted holster, and he gives you a good slice across his shoulder. And that is going to be 2 damage. because I think you have armor. Am I tripping? Let's see. It's a first game. I'm gonna call it 2. Keep it moving. We don't like we're gonna do this once a month. I don't want to waste any time. So you took 2 damage from this dude, but it seems like all eyes are on you now, and this dwarf who's sitting right next to you. He seems to be genuinely amused.
I told you that's what you get, you fucking git.
But my armor class is 16, if that helps with anything. But
Oh, let's see.
I look at him, and when he struck me, did I let go of him?
I'll leave that up to your choice since you had the initiative. So no, probably.
I just look at him now that he's never mind. He never came down to the ground. I twist harder and pull down tighter, and I just wish to tell look over at the table our table and tell everyone it sure would be nice if anyone wants to jump in on this.
Oh, all right. So, for Avon, you have your distraction.
Yeah.
For everyone else, you guys get to figure out what the hell you want to do with that extra time that you've got.
In the ruckus, I'd like to go and sneak mode, sneak 100.
All right.
Put my cloak over my head and just try to hopefully sneak around. I don't even know where to find this stuff, do I? Where can I find the tent rolls and stuff like that?
So, everything in this room seems to be pretty much like, visible. The only thing that seems a little bit, like maybe they keep stuff back there is this little location. By the smell of it, you can tell that it might be a kitchen.
Mm-hmm. I'll go into the kitchen first.
All
right. Stealthily, if I can, anyway.
You open the door and hide behind the large timber frame. Now, luckily for you, it seems like the hinges were lubed with some sort of animal fat earlier that morning.
Good on you.
Would you like to roll a perception, my good man?
I would love to, yeah. Let's
All right.
see. 13.
So, you can see from your position that there is a couple of spare barrels of mead, a couple of items that have been freshly cooked, it looks like, and plated for people who have ordered things. At least one of them has been half-eaten, and it looks like there is a half-orc who is working the kitchen and slaving over the hot fire that is outside here. In addition, a quick peer around the corner reveals a trap door where you assume that the elven waitress had went earlier to retrieve the elven herbs.
What direction is the half orc staring at?
He's going to be looking at the food. It looks like he is doing some prepping.
Okay. Is there like a pebble around me I can throw or something?
Yeah, the entire floor is made out of
stone.
Cobblestone. Okay. So go ahead and give me a... what would that be? There isn't like a foraging check, which is annoying. Give me... investigation.
Gotcha. I'm pretty good at this. 17.
You find a menagerie of stones that are practically perfect.
Sure. How many do I have?
We'll call it 3.
3 pebbles? Gotcha. I don't hit that. Okay, yeah, good. Okay. I take a pebble and I throw it even further into the from where I'm starting, the leftmost corner.
So
Can I draw?
yeah, you can. You should be able to.
Draw the free hand, like right here.
Yeah, you can do that. Let's see. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check to just kind of make sure that you're stealthing this and that you're doing what you want to do.
Gotcha. Dexterity. Here we go. 4.
So, because of the awkward positioning of the door, you accidentally overthrow and it lands in the fire.
It's okay. It's okay. He's still distracted, right?
He doesn't hear it over the roar of the fire.
Okay. I'll just go sneak into the trapdoor then, see what I can find in there.
Give me a stealth check.
You got it. 21.
You are in, baby.
Sure glad we hired this guy.
Hey, you don't know that yet. I look in and I'm searching for anything useful, tents, maybe snag a little bit of tobacco, call it a day.
Right. See, the problem with that, it's fucking pitch black down here.
Hey guys, so I don't have dark vision. Welcome to my suffering. Is there a lantern I can turn on?
Give me a intelligence.
Intelligence. Where you at? Right there. 7.
Your deft hands track along the walls looking for a lantern, but at least the first few steps you don't find one. Okay. We will end it there. Lyra, it is your turn.
Before the dirty house, I'm trying to recover from dog territory.
Lyra is dealing with a mysterious supernatural
I'm trying to
dog.
recover from dog territory.
I apologize. You couldn't get unmuted. I'm going to go over and
You on there?
place my hand on the ranger's shoulder and ask him to please release my friend because he's an idiot.
You on?
Um,
Yeah. I have to use this cleaner on this couch because she peed
all right, the dog peed on the couch. That's going to be a cleaning check.
Who rolls that?
Goodness. Let's see. Okay. So Lyra, that's going to be a perception check.
Okay.
Or sorry, I said perception. I meant persuasion, but since that's my goof, I'll let you have a 16. Boren and this mysterious ranger seem to be pretty grappled to each other, but the ranger seems to cool down a little bit after Boren releases his family jewels. He looks over at you. Do you know this short stack?
Unfortunately, he has hired me to go on a quest that he wants to find a relic.
Hired? A relic? You don't mean that damned sword, do you?
I'm not sure. He hasn't really revealed what the relic is. He just said he needed my certain set of skills.
Certain set of skills. Aye, you're gonna need that and a whole hell of a lot more, Missy, if you plan on going after any relic north of here.
Miss this nest.
Can you tell me more about why we shouldn't go after these relics?
I know, we need to tell her together.
There were too many voices. I need that again.
Do you mind telling us any more about why we shouldn't go after these relics? What we can expect to find?
All you'll find up north is trouble, Lady Elf.
Excuse me, just because I'm a lady doesn't mean that you can talk down to me. You may want to keep yourself in check.
I'm not looking down on you because you're a woman. Or because you're a fucking elf. I'm looking down on you because you're a fucking fool for thinking that going up north will lead to fortune and fame. Just like every other traveler who comes through this fucking tavern. The bitchin' boar is full of people just like you, who go up north seeking fame and glory and only meet death and destruction. You're a fool, for doing that, and I'll look down on you if I please.
Well, sir, you are an asshole. I'm not looking for fame or fortune. I'm just a hired hand, so you, sir, can go fuck yourself.
Your life isn't worth the money.
I would like to try to go over there and just calm the situation down. as
There are
best as
now three
possible.
of you ganged up on this person. He's beginning to get a little bit nervous, so I am going to roll to see if he passes a check.
Okay.
Okay. He seems moderately okay. He seems to have made his point, and he's, more or less receptive, but not overly receptive.
All right. At the same time, I'd also like to whisper to Borin, who all have you told about the blade? I thought this was. I mean, it is legend, but like.
I haven't told a damn person, but everyone else here wants to tell everyone, apparently.
Oh, shut the hell up, Lauren. Everyone knows what we're doing.
I just give her a death glare.
The dwarf, who has been comfortably sitting in his chair and trying his best to ignore everything, is kind of fed up with this bullshit, but he doesn't do it in a off-putting manner. Aye, that's what everyone comes down here for. Tales of the wolf blade. Blah, blah, blah. It's all not that interesting. How many hundreds of people have come down here and died looking for a pathetic little piece of steel?
Why don't you tell me? I don't know how many people have died looking for it.
Excuse me, young elf lady. I assume you're young. You look about 200 years old. Could you please get away from my compatriot? You seem to be blocking my view with your disgusting curvature.
Gee, I'm not even there, and I felt that.
Hey, GM, can I do a history check to see if I know what a wolf blade is?
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure I can overhear it, right? Them talking about it?
Yeah.
All right, let's
Since
see.
this is the first time everyone's brought it up, I'm trying to keep it a secret.
So you don't know a whole lot, just like seemingly everyone else in the world right now. But what you do remember, at least what is legend and commonly passed around rumor, is that the wolf blade was a combination of dwarvish, elvish, and human technology and wielded by one of the three defenders of the fortress, which would have been the kings, rulers, empire. Emperors or magistrates of those regions, but really beyond that, it's just kind of a legend anyways. You're not entirely sure if it even existed.
Okay, just wanted to make sure, because now I know what their objective is.
All right. I'll pass it to, let's see, since Dank is just kind of rooting around in a cellar right now in the dark. Give me another perception check to see if you can maybe steal some things, find a lantern, whatever.
Holy shit.
20 total?
Okay. With careful fingers, you find a lamp, and lucky for you, it is a flint lamp that you can ignite on its own. You manage to illuminate the place, and you notice that the closest items to you are a gigantic brick of crates that are stacked on top of each other that have crudely painted in a horsehair brush warning explosives.
Ah. Hmm. Okay, I stay away from that with my lit lantern. And I instead just try to look for tools, the tent stuff or whatever.
Give me one more perception check.
We got it. 15.
You look next to the explosives and find not only the camping supplies, but food rations, tent stakes, poles, several items of paraphernalia, cold weather gear, elven herb, conventional tobacco, a couple of bottles of extremely fine Ashford mead that have aged about 40 years by the molting around the cork. There is also a cat down here. It is white.
Okay, I put the lantern down
Okay.
and I try to take the camping gear and
Um,
one bottle of Ashford mead.
are you going to try to take the camping gear silently?
I will do my best.
Please give me a strength check.
Strength check. All right.
You
10.
managed to take the relatively light treated canvas camping gear away with relative ease, along with a couple of poles that have been bound to it with twine. You
Sweet.
have one tent that is big enough for 5 people.
Is it possible for me, like, I don't want to jump in what you're doing, but since I'm the only one who's still at the table wondering what's taking our rogue so long, to mosey on over to the door just to cover in case something bad happens?
Sure.
Hey, remember, these rounds take 6 seconds, all right? So.
You want to come right about
Oh,
here?
we're still running. Well, no, just so I don't want to alert the orc chef, just where I can see him from the doorway.
So that would be right here.
Oh, yeah, that'll work.
Let's see. Give me a stealth check.
Who?
That would be Amos.
Okay. Come on, Amos. Ish.
You managed to do this silently.
Lucky.
Yeah.
All right. Did I manage to take the Ashford mead as well?
Give me another strength check with disadvantage.
Oh, I don't like that. Hold up.
It's not like little bottles. Like it's
10.
not the. Okay, you have just enough strength to maybe carry all of this stuff out of the trapdoor.
Goodness.
Let's see,
I'm just
and
gonna
then
put one bottle.
let me roll a 50-50 for the orc. Oh man, shit.
Whatever.
I got a 2. How would I? All right, shit. The orc walks over to the table over here, and in distress, he just kind of monologues. Nobody's ordered anything all day. Why do they even employ me here? This is pointless. I'm going to take a nap. I'm so exhausted. He goes ahead and he walks out of the fire and finds a nice little place on the cold grass to sleep next to the fire. Not too hot, not too cold.
Okay. Am I allowed to just peek my head out and leave?
Yes, it seems
Okay.
like everything is kosher. Give me a for Avon. I want you to give me a dexterity check, please.
Gotcha. 12.
You almost bump into Amos on your way out.
Oh, hey, check it out. I toss him the bottle of Ashford mead that I found. Aged 40 years.
This is Ashford Reserve, laid down by my grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Amos, give me a history check with advantage. Or, just roll twice. I don't give a fuck.
I'm sorry, I might have missed that.
Give me a history check with advantage or roll twice. It doesn't matter.
Pick the higher of the two.
Yep.
Nice.
Holy shit. Okay, this particular bottle of Ashford Reserve is not just like some bottle that your grandfather had just made during his trade in craft. This was his last batch, considered to be the most masterfully crafted mead for probably miles and miles around. This singular 1 gallon is probably worth about 400 gold all on its own.
I'm stunned, to be honest. I remember these, or hearing of these. There's a set of 5 still at the home that we are not allowed to touch except for on funerals and or births.
Wow. How special is it?
You won't tell until you brush off the label. And you'll need to do a dexterity. Ooh, one of you will have to make a dexterity check.
I'm pretty sure he's still holding the bottle. Right?
I said I tossed it to you.
Okay, I'll do the dexterity check.
Yeah. Nice.
Ooh. With delicate fingers, you brush over the animal glue paper label, and it isn't just Ashford Reserve. It is Ashford Reserve Mortis, the last batch made by his grandfather, the very last.
Well, I need to pack that away safely because that's definitely for a special, very special occasion.
Do you relay that information to me, or?
That's
I'll relay the history to let him know what he found. So
There's a couple more bottles in the trap door. Would you like to take a look?
Are they the same? Do you know?
They look identical, I think. GM.
You guys would both have to go back down there to check, but you do have a lantern now.
Yeah. I left the lantern downstairs. We can go check it out. But be careful, there are explosives down there. And a white cat.
And I don't know how long this distraction is going to hold up before they see us walking out.
I opened the door for him.
Let's take a quick peek.
All right, so you two are down here taking a little bit of a peek. Let's see. Microphone check, Nicholas, Boris, Lyra.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, sounds like you guys are good. All right, we will turn it over to Nicholas.
All right.
So just to bring you up to speed, you guys were all talking about just kind of the mission that's going on here, and it seems like this dwarf knows about the wolf blade.
Okay. Excuse me, old man. Do you have anything, any knowledge about the wolf blade that you would like to share with new adventurers?
Persuasion check. Oh, aren't you just a little scholar? You'd like to know everything, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, I would like to.
I can tell you this, you'll never fucking find it. It's buried somewhere beneath wars and blood.
Which one of the fortresses, or if any, have you been to?
I'm not daft enough to set my foot in any of them. They're all fucking dangerous places. Oh, you wouldn't see me going back there unless my mother's life was staked upon it. And luckily for me, she's already dead.
So, you yourself haven't traveled north?
No, I'm just here for the mead, lad.
Okay. Well then.
The dwarf seems a little bit furrowed, and he slowly begins to make his way up and away. It's been a lovely chat, lad, but I've got to pay my tab.
Hey, dwarf. After I finish with this man, I'll buy you a glass of mead if you'll help us with some history.
All right, I gotta check for that. And boom, and boom. What do I get? Ooh! The dwarf pauses. It's as though he's heard something all too familiar. He turns and looks at Borin and addresses him pretty directly. Sorry, fallen prince. I don't want to be sharing a table with ye specifically. He makes his way to the door. Lyra and Borin, it is all you.
With that being said, I just let go of the man's jewels and walk away.
Where to?
Back to our table.
And I'll follow.
All right. Lyra?
I'm gonna go back to the table. Can we do a check on what's going on in the basement?
You can all make perception checks.
I have my bowl of soup.
Borin is a little bit roughed up, and maybe he's just not in the most perceptive mood. Nicholas can hear scuttling. It is definitely taking these two, it's taking Avon way longer than he should, and for some reason now Amos is gone. Lyra seems to perceive the same thing that Nicholas does, and may sense that something could be wrong. How would you all like to proceed?
I would like to just go up to the bar itself, where the staff is, and just ask for a drink. Do you have anything that's not as sweet as the mead here?
The bird turns around. He looks at you.
Rock, we have.
Man, I almost killed myself.
Rock, we have mead, we have wine, beer from barley, beer from wheat. We have multiple selections of blended ales. We also have a fine effervescence, champagne of sorts, a sparkling wine. It's new, it's from the Southlands. Rock.
The champagne. What are some notes of it?
Oh, fruits, berries, multiple things. You'll have to taste it yourself.
Well, I'll take a glass.
He kind of ducks behind the bar to cabinetry hidden below, and he brings you a fine-looking crystal glass. You notice that it does have a little nub in the bottom, and as he pours the sparkling wine, it fizzes and simmers, almost like magic. He very cautiously places his, what you would assume would be fingers, but they are indeed feathers, as he grips the base of the glass and slowly slides it to you.
Some of the finest that we can get. Rock.
Okay, so obviously that kind of seems sketchy to me.
Perception.
All right.
Okay. It isn't incredibly suspicious, but this is a new drink for most people. You wonder how it's even possible to have a fluid bringing bubbles to the surface of its own accord.
Okay. I guess I'll cautiously drink it while maintaining eye contact with the bird.
The first couple of sips are almost harsh, as though spears are hitting your tongue. but it blends and gives way to a dandelion and melon couture.
It was very delicious. Wow. How do you get it to bubble like that?
Ah, that is a secret of the winemakers from the far south.
And I pull out my notebook real quick from my satchel and just make a quick note of that. And then I assume I didn't finish the drink, but I don't like to keep my tabs open. Could I go ahead and just pay you for this?
Absolutely. Ah, that will be 50 silver.
Wow. Okay. And all right, I hand him the 50 silver, and I return to the table.
It is a pleasure doing business with you, sir. Ah!
The pleasure is mine. Thank you.
Put you on your fucking chair here. All right, Borin, Lyra, anything to add? Let's see. Lyra understands that the guys might be taking a little bit longer than normal. Borin seems a little bit oblivious.
I'm gonna go into the basement, or at least to the cellar door, and yell, "What the hell are you doing? We've got to get out of here!"
No fucking way you do. All right, god damn it. I'm gonna need a stealth check with disadvantage if that's what you're going for.
Okay, I didn't think about that.
Can't take it back now. You said it.
How do you do this?
Commit.
Commit.
Commit to the bit.
Commit. Oh my god. You still make it. All right. You do manage to at least get to the edge of the door here, and you see the trapdoor is open. I want Avon and Amos to give me both perception checks to see if they hear this crazy elvish woman screaming at them.
13.
You both hear it pretty damn clearly. It seems like things echo.
Uh-oh.
Like, dude, someone's coming.
Oh, you wanna hide? You wanna hide? I shut off the lantern and I pick a place to hide.
Okay, give both of you give me intelligence checks.
I'm human too. I don't have night vision.
9.
That's on brand, Amos. All right. You both find relatively decent hiding spots. If anyone comes down here to look for you, they're gonna have to be really perceptive.
I keep the lantern on me after I shut it off, by the way. I don't know if I had to specify that, but...
No, I would have assumed it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm stashing the bottle that we already had in my pack.
Jim, how much gold do I have?
Everyone more or less started with 15 gold, but if you paid for the, let's see, tobacco and the drinks around the table, I'm gonna say that you're down 1 gold.
I'd like to get up and go to the bar and apologize to the barkeep for causing a scene and tip him 1 silver.
Okay. The bird creature looks at you with kind of a deadpan, like there's something wrong about this. Give me a perception check, please. All right. You can tell that he didn't expect any kind of compensation for what just went on. But he looks back at you with a kind of perceptive question.
Ah, do you like betting?
It depends. I do if the odds are in my favor.
Cravshank loves betting.
Cravshank apparently is the bird's name. This is a phonetic and grammatic thing of his culture, you begin to realize. He puts down the silver that you just handed him, and he just seems to have this fire in his eyes.
Double or nothing, dwarf! Ah!
Double or nothing what? What are we betting on?
You don't like betting on fights?
I didn't know we were fighting.
This is a tavern! Ah! There's a fight here almost every day. All you need to do is poke the right person, and it will erupt of its own accord. Ah!
That's fine, but if I win, you cover the damages.
The bird seems to think about this for a while. We'll see if he actually buys into it.
Damages, no! That 1 silver won't do you any good.
You're the one who wants me to fight someone.
I
You
never
have to-
said you fight. Unless you have a champion to pick. Ah!
I just met these people. I don't know any of them.
You sound like a piss-poor gambler. A real gambler would know that opportunity comes even in the darkest scenarios. Ah!
Double or nothing, I whoop your ass.
Normally, I would take you on that. But I am on the job.
Well, since you own the place, it shouldn't be a problem for you to take a break.
Give me a persuasion check. He seems to fondle the idea in his head a little bit. He isn't entirely sure about whether he should or shouldn't. So instead, he takes the coin, the single silver that you gave him, and he tosses it.
Tails! I refuse.
Ah, a big bird with a big mouth. Have a good night, sir. And I always go back to my table.
All right. The bird seems a little bit distressed, but for what it's worth, it was interesting conversation to him.
Did that give these idiots any time to get out of the dungeon?
That might be for a later thing. The drawing everyone's attention over here. Hey! You see this individual stumble in your direction. He's leaning on the table now, and he nearly spills your mead from his drunken stupor. I heard you were a fighter. You think you could have taken that bird man over there? I can take you far better than he can, and I'll put my money where my mouth is.
Perception check on his drunkenness.
Yeah, go for it.
Is he really drunk?
This man is exuding alcohol as he exhales.
Just like Amos.
I'll take you on your fight, but we'll do it outside.
You got yourself a deal, short stack.
Damn.
He begins to walk towards the door.
I will sit at the table and finish my mead.
All right. All right. Let's see. Amos and Avon. You guys are both in the cellar, and it sounds like someone is going to come in there and check after you. Maybe that elvish waitress.
Should we just stay hiding?
Honestly, I don't feel danger. Let's just grab the rest of the meat and get out. I turn the lantern back on and I point to him where the rest of the meat is.
Both of you give me a perception check.
Yes, Papa. 15.
All right.
And that fire's gonna be out of place for a moment.
That lucky rolling is starting to wear off.
All right. With the relighting of the lantern, you guys see that there might be another exit to your west.
Huh. Where do you think this leads?
No idea.
Okay.
Maybe the bigger basement.
A bigger basement. All right. I gotta close the trap door. We should explore. As I grab the rest of the mead that was left there, you said there was like 4 bottles left.
Yes. You'll probably need Amos to carry them.
Okay. Cleric, come get your family mead.
I'll grab 2. Right, because I got 2 hands. If we're
Right.
doing this quickly.
Yeah. So that would be 3 Amos bottles, or 3 Ashford bottles to yourselves.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Let's head that way.
All right. Both of you head that away, wherever that away is.
Uh-oh. Did we just find a teleporter from Quake? Bro, we're fucked.
Oh, man.
Did Lyra see them when they came to close the trap door?
Come again?
Did Lyra see them when they closed the trap door?
No, she's standing in the doorway, but it is her turn now. So
She just had to go walk. She is away from the game for about 30 minutes, so I'll be playing her.
okay. You can investigate if you care to or not.
And roleplay. Don't forget to roleplay her voice.
I see the trap door closed.
No, don't do that. I can't understand a fucking thing you're saying.
When she sees the trap door closed, she assumes that they're up. She sees the hand. I'm hoping she sees the hand.
Sure, we'll say that.
When she sees one of their hands close the door, she assumes they're still busy doing something, and she would like to poke her head out and see if it's clear for her to go back to the table.
All right. So go down or no go down?
No, go down.
All right. So you're back over here.
Yes.
All right.
If the coast is clear.
What do you describe to yourself, Boren?
I don't know what those idiots are up to, but they closed the trap door behind them, so I'm assuming they found something, or they see somewhere else, or they're exploring more.
All right. So turn for Nicholas, turn for Boren. Go ahead.
Boren looks at the table and looks at Nicholas and looks at Lyra. Some fool wants me to fight him outside for a gamble. I'm finishing this mead and going outside if y'all need me, or if you wish to help. I don't know if he's by himself or not.
Do you really think that's a good idea? I mean, we're here.
This is the best idea for me.
All right, enough said. And I'll just sit back and watch.
And then I start to head to the door.
You start heading towards the door? Oh, right. You've got to fight.
Yeah.
And I'll just follow loosely behind, just to observe.
Let's see, Starfish, you want Lyra behind you too?
Lyra by him, just by Nicholas. I don't want to intimidate the guy thinking they're all ganging up on him, but more they're just out there drinking, watching the fight.
Sure. Oh, so you've managed to come out here, dwarf? You're gonna try to fight me? Yeah.
Well, I figured my mead was more important than you, so I had to finish it first.
I like a man who appreciates a good drink, don't get me wrong, but this is fighting time, and you and I are gonna fight.
Well, may the loser buy the first round.
You've got yourself a deal, dwarf.
And I roll initiative.
All right.
Because I want to hit him.
Beat his ass. I'll be drinking Mountain Dew.
Because Boren is pissed off at the tall guy.
Oof.
He's not even paying attention.
So what?
Oh, I don't know how the hell you won that initiative. You have initiative. What would you like to do?
How do I have initiative? It says you have 4 and I rolled a 2.
No, he's drunk. That's a -5.
God dang. All right.
I would also like to roll initiative. As soon as his first attack lands, I would like to cast sleep.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an initiative. All right, that'll work.
Is the man I'm fighting, is he armed?
He's armed, but he hasn't pulled out a sword.
Just to double check.
Then I wish to fisticuffs. How do I do it with just a bare hands?
Unarmed.
I'm looking. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find unarmed. I don't see it.
I'll look it up on my end here too.
All right. I can add it, but
Let's see here. Unarmed strike. Attributes. Subtype simple. Type weapon, you don't say. I'm gonna say that it's gonna be your strength bonus, straight up.
well, first I need to roll to see if I even hit him, right?
Correct.
And unarmed doesn't have a bonus unless you're proficient with hand to hand.
All right, and so I need to roll a d20. See if I hit him. Sorry.
That's
I'm
a
assuming-
solid hit. You punch this drunkard, mercenary, soldier, whatever he is, square in the face, and as if by magic, he seems to fall asleep.
Well, I just turn around and look at Lyra and Nicholas and be like, well, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. And we go to walk back inside.
First round's on him. Want to grab the change?
It seems weak to take advantage of an unconscious man. We'll wait for him to wake up and come inside and pay. I think we'll still be here a while waiting on our friends.
Why don't you help me carry him inside to make sure he doesn't run away?
That I can do.
Boren's strength check.
Strength check of an 11.
All right, that'll be good enough. So you guys all return to your tables. Is that correct?
Yes, with the drunk man curled up like a cat on the floor in front of the table.
All right. Let's see, Amos and Avon. As you root around, you slowly begin to discover that the passageway that you guys are going through is slowly getting tighter and tighter.
Huh.
And there seems to be another trap door ahead. All right, so we're going over to Amos and Avon, who are following this little path that they've found, which was not where they entered. And then they just so happen to pop up
Huh.
in a tent. And a familiar dwarf is looking at them.
The hell?
Oh, what are you doing in my tent?
Gooning.
What is your tent doing on top of our exit?
Both of you give me perception rolls.
Oh. 15.
Both of you realize that this path was mostly dirt on the way up here before it led into the cellar of the bitching boar. This dwarf has likely been stealing goods.
Ah. Listen here. I say in Dwarvish, Buster. We can go our separate ways. I saw nothing. You didn't see us either.
Amos, are you going to go with that line of logic?
I'm gonna have to. I'm not even sure what that tunnel was. My perception was so low, and he's the rogue, so yeah, what he said.
Yeah, that's actually that's good. I missed that you do not speak Dwarvish. Yeah, what he said. Perfect. All right, Dank, give me that sweet, sweet persuasion roll.
Persuasion. The only way I could fail this is if I roll a nat 1. What I tell y'all. 18.
All right. The older dwarf seems a little bit befuddled that he's been discovered, but grateful all the same that you are not willing to just immediately rat him out. He doesn't seem to pay any mind to the 3 Ashford gallon bottles or the entire pack of camping gear. He'll let you pass if you decide to leave the tent.
Well, let's head outside.
All right.
Right behind you.
Okay. Lead the
You
way.
are both outside in snowy wastes just beyond the bitching boar.
Oh. Well, you know. I think people use this to smuggle into and outside of the bitch and boar's basement. I think. I kind of have experience in that line of work.
Do you want to roll an intelligence on that and see how close to home you are?
I'd love to do that. Yeah. 5.
Your best guess is that either the dwarf is stealing from the bitching boar or the bitching boar has a backdoor smuggling ring. Either way, it doesn't seem to matter all that much to you.
It's not that important, it seems, but let's head back inside, I suppose.
I think we should stash the gear first.
You guys come inside, and Lyra, Nicholas, and Boren, who saw you go into the trap or perceived you going into the trapdoor, now suddenly see both of you walk out of the front door, and they are all confused as all living hell. Even more confusing is the fact that there is a drunkard man who is basically drooling all over the carpet in mead and saliva, and he is completely knocked out. And right next to Boren, who has turned this man into a little bit of a chair for himself.
What happened in here?
We had a slight disagreement, and apparently one punch is all it took to lay him out.
Why are y'all coming from outside?
Long story short, there's a secret tunnel.
Why does everybody have to keep mentioning short?
I toss him ask for mead. I tell him to save this for a special occasion.
Who are you tossing
Oh,
the meat to?
shit.
Boren.
Avon, I'm going to need you to roll a... oh, God.
Oh, wait. We're in front of the crow, aren't we?
Yep.
Shit.
Would he have known better?
Nope. I'm going to be honest about that one.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna see if you can make this, but you are going to need to make a acrobatics check to see if you can kind of take-seas, back-seas.
Huh. Okay.
Holy shit. Before the bottle leaves your hand, you manage to reach back out and snag the jug's ring, the glass ring that's a part of the bottle, and bring it back behind your back where the bird cannot see it.
I forgot how big these bottles were.
It's a fucking gallon. It's mighty large. It's like a growler on crack.
I thought it just sounded like somebody's butt made a growler over the mic, but yes, a gallon of mead, I actually looked it up, weighs approximately 12 pounds.
Oh, shoot.
That's why the acrobatics check. It's not like you're hiding a fucking, Corona light, behind your back. The bird does hop up on the counter, but instead of having his attention on you two fuckers and your camping equipment and your 3 jugs of whatever the fuck is inside of them, he addresses Boren a little bit more directly.
Right? I told you you should have bet in fighting.
Who says I didn't? I just excluded you.
I was not willing to fight you because I have a job at this establishment and I am the owner. How much of a fool do you think I am, Rock?
Do you want me to answer that honestly?
Yes!
Well, you wanted a fight. You got a fight. You didn't lose any money, so I don't understand what the problem is. And I did it outside, so nothing was broke.
I like to be part of the betting pool, fool. That gold could have been yours or mine, depending on the circumstances afoot, but the problem is that you didn't bet.
Sounds like
If
brokey.
you want me to be honest, it only took me one punch and he was unconscious. So I kind of saved you a lot of time, money, and hassle.
Oh, but you couldn't fight someone who was under the intoxicating effects of alcohol. No! You had to punch someone who is completely inebriated. Not much of a fair fighter for someone who has dwarvish honor under his belt. Ah!
Ooh. Even
Third, I
Boren?
told you once I will whoop your ass.
Come and get some, Stubby!
Oh, God.
I kick over the drunk guy in front of me and charge after the bird.
I try
Alright.
to pull him back. Oh, no.
No, I'll let you make that check. Since we haven't entered combat, combat is where I start going measurements. So you have this opportunity to try to make him not.
Okay.
Could I give him advantage by helping?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
So let's see. Avon, I want you to give me a D20 with advantage.
What kind of check am I rolling?
That's going to be strength.
Strength?
And
check?
Boren, you are going to do a strength at disadvantage since you are outnumbered.
19.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll do it. So let's see. This is going to be arranged a little bit like this.
I'm only 135 pounds. What do you expect?
That is true, but
Wrong token. Amos is
Yeah.
still standing by the doorway. He's not risking breaking one of these bottles in his hands.
I imagine that being a dwarf kind of comes with like this little bit of retard rage where they kind of are stronger than you'd ever expect.
I put my hand on Boren's shoulders. Go, hey, now, boss man, hold on, slow it down. It's just a bird who's probably broke. That's why he wants to gamble.
I wish to do the kids thing of, you're lucky they're holding me back.
All right, Boren. That's you got him, man. You got him. Let's
My face
go.
is
Let's
red
get
from
out
the
of here.
amount of effort I'm straining from holding back this fire hydrant of a dwarf.
You have to switch your icons, though.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
yeah,
did it?
Amos- yeah.
My bad.
I was going to say, I would have helped, but I didn't want to risk
Meanwhile,
the bottles
Lyra
in my hand.
sitting at the table just shaking her head. smoking it.
This is awesome.
That's great.
The bird is just kind of leering at you all and amused by the temperament of the atmosphere.
You're lucky that your friends care about your short ass.
I wish to roll strength again.
Go for it.
I'm gonna lose
Still
this
at
time.
disadvantage?
Nah, I let him go this time.
I've tried to stop him. So I'm rolling regular strength then?
Yeah. Both
this is
you,
funny.
both you and Nicholas are going to be doing straight strength.
I'm gonna let him go this time.
Oh
Is that-
shit!
Yeah. All right, Bird. You got what's coming, man.
All right. So you're in combat now, Borin. You have broken through. The one thing I am gonna have you do though is, since you are in a charge, you have to make it over that passed out body that's in front of you.
I've already kicked him over and stepped over him when they first started holding me back.
Okay, so you don't care about like kind of stepping over him?
Not one bit.
Okay. Let me roll a random body
I'm
chart
full-
here.
I'm in full-on rage mode.
Okay, you basically just like run over this dude's chest, and you hear one singular snap as you traverse his torso. Let's see. I'll go ahead and I'll let you have that full charge. Do you want to jump up on the bar table or jump over and like try to tackle him? Describe your actions.
You said the bartender had jumped on top of the bar already, right?
Yes.
I wish to take my warhammer and hit him right in the legs.
Like you're gonna try to golf swing.
Tripping attack.
I'm not even getting on the table. I'm just swinging right and sweeping his legs.
Okay. Give
Daniel
me...
LaRusso him.
That's a pretty specific action. I want you to give me a dexterity check to see if you make it.
I just stopped him, bro. Kept egging him on.
Let's see. You barely clip a talon as this bird just kind of flaps his wings and lifts his feet.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been
Get down here and fight like a real bird.
Right, you're gonna have to be faster than that, short stuff.
now.
Someone get me a stool so I can get to him.
The bird hops to the windowsill on the opposite end, and the elvish waitress takes his place.
You all have to stop this nonsense. You are being provoked by a blackbird with no brains and a gambling addiction. Look at yourself.
You're the one who works for this idiot.
I know, don't remind me.
If I beat him, we'll take over the bar.
Oh, what? Oh,
Oh, hold on there. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
oh,
All right.
If I beat him, I'll take over
oh,
the
you
bar.
rolled, dwarf.
You and what army?
Oh my goodness. This is so insane.
And I have so much anger right now.
All right. I want
I
to
already have old man syndrome.
I would like to bring special attention over to this individual right here.
That's the key cat.
You know, there's always options.
Are you saying you want me to use the cat as a weapon?
No. So, you hear something just out of your peripheral hearing, and it sounds a little bit like, a sigh of distress and just kind of boredom. You see the cat begin to perch itself up after a long nap, and he kind of rolls his neck around as he looks at Borin. Excuse me, sir. My establishment is not a place for fighting, regardless of what the bird says.
Listen, Sylvester, I just want Sweden.
All right. At this point, I'm going to walk up beside Borin, and I'm so sorry for his actions, and I'm just going to try and just nudge him away from the counter so that we could finally step out of this.
The cat did talk, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Can we do an Arcana check or a magic check with it? What?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Okay. What? The
And
cat
I
just talked.
do I even recognize that the cat just talked to me, or does that just seem normal?
it seems a little bit abnormal, not like out of the blue, but definitely something that seems odd.
And Nicholas just
Yeah.
grabbed me, right?
Well, a cat talking next to a giant humanoid bird. Yeah, I guess it's not as odd as I would think it would be in this realm.
I'm just gonna head back to the entrance with this.
I just don't want to break the bottles. I'm just standing there holding on to them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure that we still have our camping gear.
Let's see here. So it turns out that the cat is actually a elvish human hybrid. A small boy by the look of things. And he looks at all of you, far more mature than his age. It's quite all right. Some of these things just cannot be avoided if I'm completely sincere. But it was entertaining at least. I was right to hire the bird. It's much more interesting than my stories.
I'll make a deal with you, shapeshifter.
Just magic. Nothing to be afraid of. I'm well practiced, as you might imagine.
I will not kill your bird. Since you have stories, do you have any stories of Tyr?
Tyr? You have business in Tyr? That is not a good place to go, my friend.
Well, I heard. Why is it not a good place to go?
Have you not studied anything? What about your friend over there, the quizzacious-looking one with the staff? He looks like he might be well-read, but if his brain is as empty as that, I fear that you have more to worry about from him than you do from Tyr.
Well,
Hey now.
so
Let's-
far he hasn't earned his keep. Maybe you can earn it for him.
Whoa. Hey now. This is not happening. All right. It's been a lovely evening, sir, but we really have to go.
Oh,
Word,
don't
we've
take
already-
offense. I'm not an adventurer like you. I mostly keep to my books. The store is more where I like to be. Relaxing, and I must say that the feeling of a fireplace as a cat is quite heavenly. No, I am not suited for adventures, but it seems like you and your party need information.
What would it take to get a little information from you?
Oh, you've done plenty enough. You've entertained me quite greatly.
Then please, would you like to sit down with us and maybe tell us more about Tyr?
Oh, I suppose. Why don't we take this table over here? And you see the cat take the table just next to the bar, which I'm assuming you guys do as well.
Yes.
I'm assuming everyone's okay with us having a story time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Since I'm the only one who's had combat this entire game.
Can I go sit next to the knocked out guy, take Warren's old seat?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pickpocket the guy that's knocked out.
Done and done, gentlemen. You happen to notice that his pockets are empty, and suspiciously, you begin to realize you've already pickpocketed this man before for 2 shiny gold coins.
Well, any jewelry on him?
Perception.
15.
From his drunken maw, you see a shiny gold spot in his mouth, a silver
Ooh.
tooth,
I take it.
or a gold tooth, pardon.
I take
With what tools?
it. My dagger.
All right, we have gone off the rails, gentlemen. I want you to roll me a. Oh, Jesus Christ! I knew something like this would happen on the first game. All right, Avon.
Shiny. I need to take it. It's
All right.
either that or I bash it out of his face.
You have a dagger. I'm gonna say that you're gonna use the thieves' tools.
Thieves' tools?
You never know when someone with a gold tooth might be lying around.
I suppose so. You
I'm
want to
just
do
gonna
a
be
thieves
looking at him,
tool check?
shaking my head.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I'll give you 3 options. You can use hempen rope to try to tie the tooth. You can use the thieves' tools to try to pick out the tooth, or you can go the full brutal option, which is to use a dagger.
Alright.
I will
I have
not tell you the exact numbers, but the hemp and the thieves' tools are the safest. A dagger is the least safest. If you go beyond a certain threshold, then you are going to wake him up.
Alright, I'll just use the thieves' tools.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity check.
Oh.
Holy shit. You have a gold
Done this
tooth.
before.
Gold tooth. There we go.
All right. Amos, would you like to do anything with this man's body?
Well, maybe cast Spare the Dying.
Yeah, we can do that.
Or something. I mean, he's got a broken rib. He's has broken something in his chest. Now he's got a tooth that's been pulled.
Yeah, let me look at your CS.
It's a cantrip there. Let's see. Oh yeah, it has to have 0 hit points for targeting. I could probably just cure him a little bit.
You do have, let's see here. For spells, you do have Cure Wounds or Healing Word.
Mm-hmm. What's the difference?
Healing word is ranged. The other one is touch.
Okay. But it's both the same.
I think one of them heals more than healing word. I think it's 1d4 plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh, I just closed my spells. All right, hold on.
Oh.
Probably just do the cure wounds then.
There you
He's
go.
got some wounds.
And then
So-
give me 1d8.
Oop. I cast it at level 1, right? And then you said 1d8?
Yes. All right.
Oh, yeah, there's this. You can actually click the spell and cast it.
Yeah, you can.
So, not only has he recovered immensely and his snoring, breathing seem to have cleared up, but you begin to see the beginnings of a new tooth form in his mouth.
Hey,
I got some skills.
there you go. There you go, medicine man.
Lyra, it is you.
I'm gonna be real honest. I don't know what's going on there right this second.
Okay, so I will direct your attention using my handy dandy ellipse tool. Avon on the right here just stole a man's gold tooth, and Amos has cured this man of his drunkardness, his wounds, and the tooth that was stolen is beginning to push back in. Over here, the individual who is right here on the far right of the table happens to be a cat, a shapeshifter, and he is most entertained by Boren's bullshit. So he more or less is giving Boren and Nicholas some free information.
Okay, well then I am gonna join them at the table to learn the information as well, and I also am gonna suggest to the others they should as well, instead of
They
being.
have stolen meat.
Oh, you also have stolen mead?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, stolen camping equipment, 3 gallons worth of Ashford Private Reserve. One of them, at least one of them, is an Ashford Mortis, which is the last craft mead of a master brewer before his untimely demise, or timely demise, depending on how you look at the bottle.
Okay, well I'm gonna let them continue what they're doing then and join the table with the shapeshifter and Nicholas and Boring.
Ah, and who's your lady friend? This is an attractive one, don't you think? Is she full elf or half elf like myself?
myself, not half. And please do not comment on my looks.
Begging your pardon, miss. I was only stating what I could see with my own two eyes.
Aren't you brandish? Well, have you begun to tell your stories about Tyr, or am I a little late?
Oh, the dwarf has yet to ask me a suitable question. You cannot answer questions that haven't been asked.
What dangers are we looking at heading to Tyr?
Oh, let me see. He snaps his fingers. A book appears in his hands. He rifles through most of the pages and then seems to stop on a point that he has marked with a piece of red ribbon. Ah, Tyr. Yes. Let's see. It isn't pleasant. There isn't anything specific. It seems to be muddied by a human account. An elvish superweapon. It isn't very much more clear than that.
Can I do a perception check to tell if he's telling the truth?
Yeah, give me a perception. He is telling the truth, but you don't know if the book is accurate.
An elvish super weapon?
Would you like to roll a perception too, Boren?
Sure.
He is absolutely telling the truth as far as he knows it. The book is old enough to seem to confirm that.
An elvish super weapon? What, is it going to sit there and tell me stories and laugh at misfortunes?
He closes the book a little bit loudly, but not threateningly. I don't think you understand the history of this place very much, do you?
No, that's what I was asking about.
He doesn't understand much of anything.
Oh, I got
You
this.
realize your pay is involved in this, right?
Clearly, I don't care.
Nicholas, do you want to roll perception as well?
Yeah.
All right. Wait, I'm sorry. History check from you. My bad. Give me another one.
All right.
Nice.
I mean, let's see. Let me actually roll against it because I know that the history is kind of. Oh shit! All right, yeah, you know a lot about this. All right.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna enter whisper mode to you, so you should be the only one who can hear me, and then you get to have your dramatic moment.
Alrighty.
Okay, so it's just you and me. What you do know is that even though technology was shared across all of these different fortresses in order to provide a better defense, the best shit that each one of these nations had was really kept a secret. Tyr isn't the only one with a super weapon. Every single fortress has one, but you're not sure what it is, and you have no idea what the fuck it does, or even what form it takes. It is extraordinarily dangerous, and this is the only thing that you know for certain about the four fortresses.
I took his tooth too.
And chased a bird.
There you go.
And do what you would like with that.
Alrighty. Well, as far as I know, from what I've learned, that whatever threat there was back in the dark times, the three major civilizations, the elves, the dwarves, and man, shared their technology together to fight off whatever this was. Legend says that each one of these fortresses have a weapon of some kind of massive power. But for what they do or what they even look like is all just legend.
Boren looks over at Nicholas, goes, "Well, you may be worth some money after all."
We could talk about that later.
As for you, Elf, since you're still not yet giving us your name, how much for that book of stories you have?
It's Cattington. Ironic, don't you think? And
Um,
this book,
Ironic. Yes, I really do think.
I suppose that you can have it for, let's see, stocky build like all dwarfs, but actually has hygienic properties. Yes, I do believe that you are some sort of royalty. Am I mistaken?
Maybe at some point in my life. But
You're gonna have to persuade this motherfucker.
outside of my kingdom, I'm just a normal person. Persuasion?
Oh, it's really bad.
I liked your role play, so I'm overriding it. Outside of my kingdom, I am just a dwarf. That's pretty badass.
Fucking babes.
Caddington looks you in the eye. He seems pretty confident. I like your attitude. That's very, very true. Nobody is king here. I suppose I can part with the book for 2 gold, and should cover this place for the next couple of months at the very least.
2 gold and you get rid of the bird.
I'm gonna roll against it. I do like the bird though. He is entertaining. But if I have to get rid of him, he needs to go with you.
Uh-oh.
You can keep him on the condition that I can fight him next time we're in town.
Excuse me, Raven Master. Ah, yes? You're off the clock. Please have a good fight with this man.
What? There's no way.
I'll do it for you paid.
Oh, fine. Meet me
I give-
outside, you dwarven prick.
I give the elf 2 gold.
2 gold?
Yes.
Okay. So, you'll give Caddington 2 gold.
This is fantastic.
I love that his name is Caddington.
I suppose we're gonna go watch this happen.
Yeah, I guess if everyone wants to step outside and see what a dwarf bird fight looks like.
I'd love to go see. I'll be right here.
I'll actually
Lawyer.
stay inside with Caddington.
Oh, okay.
Oh, if Caddington's going outside, I'll just stand next to
No,
him.
it's fine. I can do that.
I'm gonna go outside too. Make sure I don't have to heal anybody from dying.
That's a good idea.
I'll just watch Inconspicuous.
I wish
Alright.
to look at Raven Master and tell him, you do know I just knocked out a man with 1 punch, right?
That man was a drunkard. He was his 5th tank in. Do not try to arouse my fear, dwarf. Ah!
Transform into something in our nightmares or something, I swear.
And the
does-
cat had a book that was for sale for 2 gold. I don't know what the fuck was happening. Okay. My little DM spiel out of the way. Okay.
Hey, the book, if he has all these stories of his history and what he knows is in that book, that could be very helpful.
That is true. I definitely did not consider the total implications of that, but you are correct, and that will be something for next episode.
Or instead, fighting a bird.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do to get respect around here, okay? Everyone in this game has called me short.
Short-tempered.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a dwarf. Of course he is.
Yeah, that is true. All right. You want to fight the bird?
All right.
All right. Give me an initiative. That was my bad. That'll be a 20. Oh, I rolled 2. Okay, I see what I did. Okay, never mind. It's a 4. Fuck it.
Who goes outside with me?
Let's see. You've
All of
got Avon, Amos, and Lyra. Inside is, let's see, Caddington, the
No, I just need the ones outside.
okay, yeah, it's gonna be Amos, Avon, and Lyra.
I wish to look at all of them with the cockiest of voices I can get and say, "Will someone start a fire so we can have bird for dinner tonight?"
The bird looks at you.
You'll eat your own words, dwarf. Ah!
This son bitch is about to emu the hell out of me.
All right.
All right, so I need to roll now. What, D20?
Yeah. Add your initiative. Top middle of your page.
Oh, he already rolled initiative. He rolled a 20.
Oh, you did?
He did.
Yeah.
Shit.
What is? Are you fisticuffing this?
Don't kill the bird, bro.
First, I'm gonna fisticuff, and then if he wants to bring out talons, then we're gonna make it even.
Okay, deal.
Based.
All right.
So what do I need to roll? A D4 or D6?
Let's see. If we're keeping
need
this,
to-
I'll just do strength to strength since I can't find the unarmed rules
It's
directly.
1d4 plus your strength modifier.
It's what?
1d4 plus your strength modifier.
Oh, thank you, Frank. Yeah, go ahead and give me a D4 in your strength.
Well, I need to do a D20 to see if I hit him first, right? 'Cause,
Yep.
I mean, I'm initiative, so I just go first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so 1D20.
Nice.
That's gonna hit.
All right, and then you said 1D4 plus initiative
1d4 plus
strength.
strength
Strength.
modifier.
plus strength. Is my strength 1 or 12?
The smaller number.
1? Okay. So D4. Hold on, I gotta figure out how to do this. So D4 plus 1. So 4?
Yeah. D4 plus 1.
Yeah.
So
What'd
that's
you
gonna
roll?
be 4.
4, yeah.
So the bird is. Uh-oh.
The bird is dead.
No, the bird is. Stop pinging. There we go. He's at 4 damage.
Yeesh.
All right.
All right, and the bird is gonna strike back, 50 fisticuff style. 20 to hit. He misses.
Eee.
Boren, if you want to keep up the fight, it's looks like the bird is not willing to give up just yet. You miss.
Ooh.
I miss. Now it's you. You hit 5.
Hey.
You hit the bird between the eyes and the beak, squarely in the forehead, and the bird just kind of flaps around a little bit with his beak in the air and then eventually topples over. He is knocked out, fair and square.
I just look over at the rogue and tell him to do your thing.
What's my thing?
I know you're going to pickpocket an unconscious bird.
I tossed
Hello,
the bird
Keith.
back into the bar. Caddington.
And I wish to walk back into the bar and thank Caddington.
Lyra Amos, there is a bird in the street.
He's just knocked out, though, right?
Yeah.
Can I do I guess, what is it, a medicine check to make sure he's not dying? Is it medicine that we have?
Yeah, we
I'm
can-
not touching that thing. It might have a disease.
So you're just going to be standoffish?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a. If you have a medicine check, go for it.
Hey.
This bird has hollow bones, just like regular birds do, and it seems like the strike to the forehead was a little bit more than incapacitating. You can't see that anything is broken, but the bird probably has like at least temporary brain damage.
I think I'll know the difference with his attitude. As long as he's stable, I'll go back inside.
I walked inside not knowing this, but that is great.
Inside as well.
I thought I said I picked up the
Did you
bird
say
and
you
thrown
were
it
gonna
at him.
stand off of him in case he has like the bird flu or something?
He's not gonna have any of that.
Bird flu.
Caddington is sitting there, sitting crisscross applesauce, balancing on the stool and clapping his hands together. Well done, Master Dwarf. I do have to say, I didn't think you had it in you, but I guess I was proven wrong.
Well, sir, I'm afraid we have taken up enough of your time. Thank you for the book. Thank you for the good fights. I hope we can see each other again and end this on as friends.
Oh, I don't do friends. They're bad for business, but
Mhm.
it was entertaining having you lot in here. At least for now, you guys can go about your way, and I will overlook the camping gear. It seems that he hasn't noticed the 3 Ashford bottles that you guys have stolen.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I just kind of side-eye the Gerald and tell him and just nod at Caddington and start to walk out.
All right. Follow suit.
Let's all roll out.
Autobots, roll out.
All right, you guys are on your way out. You have camping equipment, so you can actually make your base anywhere you would like. As far as how this section works here, any of the circle bits you can move to once per session, so that will keep us going for quite a while. All of the triangle markers that I've circled, as well as the other triangle markers that I haven't circled, are going to be bigger areas. It might take you anywhere between 3 to 4 sessions to get through them. So you have plenty of time to, enjoy, explore, do whatever it is that you think is going to be necessary. And, but you guys all communally have to select a path that you all agree to go on. Now, since you guys selected tier, you're going to be headed along the westbound road.
Mm-hmm.
So that is going to firmly place your, let's see here. What layer is this on? Nope. What fucking layer is this on?
Hey, upon walking out of the bar, I'd like to give the book to Nicholas and tell him to study this and tell me what it says.
Okay, Nicholas, I would like you to,
I just think like while we're resting or whatever.
Okay, so let's see.
Like not something
How
to
do
do
I
right
scale this? All right, so here's how I'm going to do this. Tremors, you roll a d4, and for every point you get on that d4, I will give you 1 piece of either useless or useful information. Okay, so that will be during the off game between the months. So the way that will build up the lore and what you guys know is that I am going to DM you privately on Discord. Tremors is going to have pretty much all of the core information. You guys actually got one of the books. Now, the thing is, the explanation of this book, it is poetic in composition. It is like a war memorial in page. So he kind of has to interpret things creatively, but it will lead to better information overall. So you guys will not be, what is it, out of the loop, so to speak. But it doesn't mean that everything that he says is 100%. So you'll have to make the most of his abilities, and that is kind of what he gets brought to the table for his efforts. So, every session, roll a d4. I'll give new information for the next session, and he can help contextualize what's happening next. You are on the westbound road to the first marker along your journey, and since it is 8 o'clock, that is where we are going to end today.
I wish I wasn't sick. My brain is frying right now.